How's it going, everyone? Larry here with the Farmstead Way. It is Labor Day. I'm here at Lowe's about to buy some lumber to finish the deck that I'm building at the homestead. So I am laboring on Labor Day. And I wanted to talk to you guys about something that has been on my heart as of late, based on all the comments I've been getting, which is bullying. But before I get into that, I want to thank every single one of you for helping me get past the 2,000 mark on my channel. Thank you for all the new subscribers, and thank you for joining the channel. Big shout out to Justin Schaefer over at Blue Ridge Piper for helping me boost my subscriber count. Once again, if you like this style of content, go to Blue Ridge Piper. Justin is an awesome dude, and he's got some really cool stuff on his channel. It's really nice because he's got more of an urban perspective on sort of the same lifestyle that I live, and I have more of a rural perspective. So it's fun to bounce back and forth between the two. But something I really wanted to talk to today is about bullying. Right now I'm enjoying a brick house Maduro 6x60. Bullying is something that has happened, I'm sure, as soon as from the beginning. As soon as there was, especially with younger people, a age disparity, skill gap, the stronger will always pick on and make fun of the weaker. I was bullied as a kid in high school and in middle school, and it's not fun. And my heart and my prayers go out to all the kids out there that have had a very negative impact due to the cruelty of mankind towards each other, especially when it comes to the youth. Whether people look different, they do different things, and it's just people bully each other for the dumbest reasons. I mean, you could pack a tuna fish sandwich and people are going to possibly pick fun at you, and it sucks because life would be so much easier if we just left each other alone to do you. I got picked on because I wasn't super athletic in high school, because of, I don't know, the way I looked, the things I packed at lunch, dumb stuff like that. Because especially with kids, they like to assign themselves into cliques, and then it's just a giant war of personality. So I've had a couple of people message me and put comments on the channel talking about experiences they've had bullying, and it sucks. I just wish it would something that would stop, because kids have, committed the S word, because you can't say it on YouTube, because of bullying. They've taken their own lives, and it's awful. So I want to give a message out to those who have been bullied. If you have been bullied, or if you are being bullied currently, above all, there's people out there that loves you, and there's a God that loves you. You are not alone. He will never leave you nor forsake you. The Lord is always with you. And if you don't know the Lord, you better fix that, because going through this life on your own, outside of God, is going to lead to a miserable existence. 2, you need to be unique, and you need to be yourself. If you try to change who you are to fit into a certain social clique, to be more acceptable to people around you, you're only going to compromise the uniqueness of you. There's only one you. And if you ever want to do something to yourself, harm yourself, just remember there's only one you, and you cannot be replaced. That if you are gone from this world, the world will be lesser, because the uniqueness of you will be gone from it. You need to know that you're important. And there's 2 sides to bullying, because especially with men, you can either let bullying negatively affect you, or you can use it to strengthen yourself. Because if you're in high school, or if you're a young man or a young boy, trust me, it's not going to stop. I got bullied at a job, and I was in my late 20s. You're going to get bullied at job sites. You're going to get made fun of. You're going to get picked on. And one of the best ways to combat this, at least verbal stuff, is to be confident in yourself and realize that people's words do not mean anything. You know, the whole sticks and stones things, that is so true. And a lot of bullying can be stopped if you don't feed into what they're saying. You know, like I said on the whole tidy whities thing, which did really well on YouTube, is if you're wearing tidy whities and you like tidy whities, who cares? You know, if you're in a locker room and someone's like, oh, you're wearing whitey ties, be like, so, it's what I like. If you don't like it, stop looking at it and don't worry about it. And then they give up because they know they can't get to you. There's also the physical side of bullying, which ridiculous acts of violence, getting wedgies and getting swirlies in the toilet. It's a very immature way to lash out towards someone. So if you have done that stuff, you need to repent, and you need to honestly go to the people that you've done that to and apologize. Because when you get older, you realize how immature and how goofy that crap is. It's also a call for young men that happens to defend yourself. You don't have to fight, but you can definitely get away. And sometimes you have to put your fists up, only in last resort, and defend yourself. Because what happens when it goes from swirlies and getting wedgies and stuff to someone's actually threatening you, especially when you're a family man and someone tries to threaten you and your family? You got to be strong enough to deal with it. That's why working out's important. That's why learning self-defense is important. I'm not trying to condone violence or saying that you need to go kick the crap out of some kid who's bullying you. But I'm also not going to coddle you and be like, oh, it's okay. No, it's not okay. You should have done something about it. Because at some point, there's going to be other people counting on you. And if you can't even stand up to a kid wanting to stick your head in the toilet, how are you supposed to defend a family when they're actually under a real threat? You got the mental side of it. There's been a lot of mental trauma and a lot of mental damage and mental health problems that comes from bullying. And like I said, it's not going to stop once you get out of high school. Because people are always going to prey on the weak. You need to be mentally strong enough to deal with it. And allow it to build your character, build your fortitude. Because once you build your walls up, and once you're strong enough, a bully's words don't mean anything. And like I said, it sucks how much of that stuff goes on and how many people have been hurt by it. But it also sucks how much people play into the whole weakness side of it. At some point, you gotta be a man. You gotta be tougher than the people that are trying to mess with you and screw with you. You gotta be strong. You gotta be tough. You have to be mentally secure. You have to be self-confident. And if you don't have that stuff, you need to find it. Because there's too many weak men in this world. There's too many cowards that are not willing to stand up against tyranny, to stand up against an enemy. And whether that enemy is a kid who's a couple grades ahead of you, or whether that enemy is someone threatening you and your family. You gotta be a man. You have to be a man about it. You know, and like I said, sometimes bullying's a good thing. It's a way that men joke with each other. And normally, people that'll pick on you will accept you more if you take the snarky remarks and stuff with grace, especially on a job site. Because you can either have a comment made about you and you can stew on it all day and let it tear you down, or you can turn it into a big joke and then everyone will laugh about it. And then you can turn around and kind of pick fun at someone else and everyone laughs about it. Men do that. You know, they cut up with each other and it builds camaraderie. Jordan Peterson said in his book, 12 Rules for Life, that he worked on a road crew. And there was a guy that got made fun of because he had a fancy lunch pail. And it got to him, and he ended up quitting because he couldn't take the heat. They picked on Jordan too, but then he eventually grew resistant to it, was able to defend himself, and he actually got accepted more by the road crew because he showed some fortitude and some grit. people are going to always pick fun at you. You got to be strong enough to deal with it. So I just want to get on here and make a quick video. Once again, thank you so much for hitting me over 2,000 subscribers. If you're new to the channel, stick around. I haven't made videos in a couple days because we had people over at the house on the weekend, and it was madhouse. We had to get stuff clean. Things are at full swing here on the farmstead. Well, not here because I'm in the Lowe's parking lot, but at home, things are in full swing. I'm working on making a gardening video, and it's going to be more of a vlog style versus one of these like one-take things, but I have to film some more of it today, and I'm going to do my best to have that up in the next day or two. The jobs that I'm going to be doing the next couple days, there's a giant car ride we have to go to, and I don't have to drive, so I'm going to be in the back seat editing. So if you like this stuff, like, share, subscribe. If you want more of this kind of content, go see my friend Justin Schaefer over at Blue Ridge Piper. He's got amazing content. He's really educated on financial stuff, which I have no idea about. He knows a lot more about that stuff than I do. If I ever have questions, I always like get a hold of him and ask him about that. So, hope you all have a good Labor Day weekend. God bless you guys, and take it easy.